most and get lost in it and fly away. Because whatever it is, it's designed to help you soar beyond your potential. So discover what you love and fly away. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Potential Podcast, episode 1. So, why am I doing this? First off, this is not a cult or religion or anything like that. All I'm stating to you is that the mind and potential of man is infinite. There has been more gold taken from the mind of man than the earth itself. The creator of this world created ideas, and these ideas are attracted to mankind. Material things, a goal, whatever it will be, it's not something you obtain, but a condition you create. All you gotta do is be clear about what you want and it's yours. All you have to do is entertain it. Don't stress about it, just relax. And in due time, inspired thought will come and find you, or you will see opportunity and go, this is it. When you try to figure it out, you are depending on the analytical mind, and the analytical mind is self-sabotaging. I have watched and even done this myself, trying to get into figure it out mode, and I will only stress myself even more. I then discovered if I could paint the mental picture in my imagination that in days time or even sooner, inspired thought or a strategy will flow through my thinking process. I would then act on it, write it down or whatever, and go from there. See who you want to be, see what you want to do, and the results will follow. This is not an overnight process, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, that's a waste of time. But for me, this took years of searching. I remember back in 2012, I was supposed to work for the local power company. So I was in this academy, the Utility Line Worker Academy over at the local college. And I remember the last 9 weeks that I had to complete the course, they pretty much told me to my face that I wasn't getting in. So I had to complete the last 7 weeks with a great attitude, or they were going to find a reason to kick me out. I can remember the last 2 weeks of the class, and I was driving there every day in tears because I knew I wasn't getting it. This job was supposed to pay about, I don't know, $40 an hour, probably about 60 or 70 now, but it pushed me to go on a search. Now, the roughest thing you can do is listen to everybody around you, all the critics that were saying like, oh, you did this wrong, you probably did this, you probably did that. And I'm telling people to their face, I didn't do anything. I didn't do a thing out of pocket that I wouldn't do, with anybody else, anything like that. So that led me on a search. I can remember shortly after that, sitting at home, and we had the TV on, and it was talking about something about The Secret. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, the movie, whatever the case may be, but it talked about visualization. And for some reason, I was inspired. So I said, let me give this thing a try and see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely transparent at this point. I have a heavy Christian background. I've been a Christian rapper since 2014 or so. And when I heard of the visualization concept, one of the things I started doing with, I would find a quiet place and I would close my eyes, and when I asked to see something. Now, what I saw is something I dream about all the time. I love beaches, infatuated with beaches, private islands, you name it. And this is what I would see. And then all of a sudden, I would lay down at night and I would get these very remarkable songs to write. Now I would just get ideas. I wouldn't sit up and write the song. I would just write down the idea or the title of it, and I would just sit with it. I wouldn't try to figure it out. I wouldn't try to write it, and I would just think about it. And then all of a sudden, I would sit and the words to the song would flow with ease. And I was just like, man, this is crazy. So I kept doing this over and over and over. Now, I have 4 albums, 5 singles. The second album, entitled The Encounter, won an award. There's a song on that album called Beautiful Work of Art. The song was nominated 9 times. Just by visualizing, this blew my mind. Okay, so right around the time COVID started, now we were all a little nervous. I work at the local hospital. You hear about people dying. Man, I was thinking about quitting, tell you the truth. But right around this time, it kind of took me to a new experience. So have this morning routine where I sit down and I actually visualize. Now, this actually helps more than, with trying to achieve things. This works in, everyday life. It keeps me at a state of peace, dealing with my family, not making sure I don't trip out on nobody, anything like that. But this puts me in a place of peace. So I sat down to visualize, and I saw myself riding on a cloud across the sky. You can tell at this point I have nothing to lose because I'm telling y'all this. I saw myself riding on a cloud going across the sky. And then I heard this voice say, "Get off and walk." So I'm like, okay. So at this point, I'm walking across the sky. I'm going, man, what does this mean? And here's how I got it. I need to see things from a higher perspective. Not from a lower perspective, but from a high perspective. In other words, elevate your conscious state of mind to where you see things from a high place. I'm also a local realtor, and I can tell you one day when I first started, I was frustrated because I wasn't getting any business, anything like that. And I sat down to visualize, I want some business. And I literally see myself walk into a liquor store and hand a guy a card. So I said, well, let's try this out. And I kid you not, maybe the third store I went to, I hand the guy a card. I said, "You guys need real estate?" He goes, "You do vacant land?" I said, "Yep." Here's the secret. I knew nothing about vacant land. So from, what year was this? 2019 up until 2021, I closed 2 deals with them, and the commission was about $40,000. I know y'all probably looking at this podcast sideways. Look, I look in the mirror at myself sideways some days, but you have to understand I have always been intrigued by the concept of the mind, but I never knew how much we actually play a part in it. Here's another thing. I've been saying affirmations for over 10 years now. Now, what is an affirmation or declaration or something like that? You would constantly repeat something like, I am great at what I do. Something like that. And when saying these things over 10 years ago, I found myself becoming what I was saying. And I never knew I was conditioning myself to create the belief system to allow certain pieces of wisdom to be attracted to me. Affirmations also open your eyes to opportunity and to see solutions in the midst of an issue. Once belief is established, wisdom and ideas will flow to you. Doing affirmation is exercising faith. To do anything you desire, faith must be established, and with this concept, it will be. When you visualize and affirm over and over again, the mind will constantly present new concepts, new ideas, new inspirations. There is no end to this process. This is when I discovered wisdom and intelligence are infinite. The more you discover, the more you increase in your potential. Everything in life is mindset first, skill set second. And to encounter something so amazing leaves no doubt in my mind that there is a God. This is designed to be so insightful and inspiring that one of my affirmations used to say that I am crafting people into walking game changers. And I never knew how that was going to look 5 years ago. But now I believe that this is a fraction of this. I know this sounds crazy, but the fact that I'm willing to put my neck on the line and share what I have shared already, just let you know I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to get this out to the rest of the world. True change comes with repetition. And these podcasts are designed so you can listen to them over and over. That's why they're not super long at the moment. And if this resonates with you, man, engage it and experience true change. Find the music that puts you in a good mood. Find the things that bring you energy. Find the people that inspire you and include them in your life. You are philosophically crafted and engineered to do great things. Get lost in the depth of your imagination and become acquainted with your destiny. Always remember, your potential is infinite. You are unlimited. So go impact the world. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The Infinite Potential Podcast. I thank you. I'm Anthony Andrews. I'm out.